Okay, what are you going to need to brush up on for this class? So in this class, we're going to be talking about modulations and we're going to be talking about form. So for form, there isn't really anything major to brush up on, although it will have a lot to do with all of the things that we've learned. Actually, probably the best thing to brush up on when it comes to form is those tonic, dominant, predominant relationships that we've already talked about a little bit. Those are going to come up in form. So if you're rusty on those, jump backwards and check some of that out again in the previous classes. When it comes to modulations, the best thing to review or make sure that you're really comfortable with will be the diatonic chord progressions. So especially when we jump right in on pivot chords, which is the first big chunk of stuff we're going to work on, we need to be able to shoot off our diatonic chord progressions really comfortably. The next thing I would also check, make sure you're up to speed on diminished chords, because that's another way that we're going to work on modulating. Some of those leading tone diminished chords are going to come back to haunt us, and our secondary dominants. So make sure that you're comfortable with all of those things. If you're not, jump back to parts 12, maybe part 11, where we really got into some of that tonicization stuff with secondary dominants, and take a review of that. Cool. If you are comfortable with all of that stuff and don't need to review, then let's press on and go to, let's talk about next how we're going to use MuseScore and this whole MuseScore file business.